Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Riverdale Raiders Baseball Network, where you are listening to the district quarterfinal round of the 2017 Florida High School Athletic Association playoffs between the Naples Golden Eagles and the Riverdale Raiders. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for tuning into tonight's action. This is Nick Rush, giving you the play-by-play action as these two Class 7A District 12 rivals are ready to go at it for the third time in 2017. Let's take a look at the previous two times, that these schools have faced off. It all started on February 22nd with a 6-5 Riverdale victory. That was a neutral site game at historic Terry Park in downtown Fort Myers. And the second time they played in the regular season was March 9th, a 1-0 Riverdale win right here at Pringle Field on the campus of Riverdale High School. Riverdale enters the postseason on a win-loss record of 15 wins and 10 losses, while Naples enters the field after going 5-18 in the regular season. And with that being said, it is now time for the starting lineups of these two teams. We'll begin with the batting order of the visiting Eagles of Naples High School. Batting first, Dylan March, the left fielder, number 15. Batting second, the right fielder, number 3, John Alzamora. Third, it's Matt Vetter, the pitcher, wearing number 22. The cleanup hitter, Andrew Wright, first baseman, number 14. Michael Stedman. Batting fifth, wearing number 23 and playing center field. Batting sixth, Trey Heiser, the designated hitter, number 8. Number 10, the second baseman for Naples, Marcus Pergery, will bat in the 7th spot. Batting 8th, Corey Burning, the third baseman, number 9, and Tate Hansen as the catcher wearing number 37. He will bat in the 9th spot. And we are just about set to go. Dylan March is up at the plate. Into the left hand of the batter's box he will go. And here's the leg kick and fire from the Riverdale starting pitcher, Trent Clark. That's just low and outside for a ball one. We are officially underway with a first pitch start time of 7 p.m. We are right on the dot. Here's your 1-0 on the way. That's a fastball that sneaks on the inside corner, strike one. Just underway here at the top half of the first inning. 2 pitches into this ball game. Yet again, it is the district quarterfinals here. When it comes to the FHSAA playoffs, the 1-1 is fouled to the backstop. Count now advances to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dylan March facing 2 strikes, takes one inside, and there's your first out of the ball game. A backwards K in the scorebooks as Dylan March gets blown away looking.
Right fielder number 3, John Alzamora.
John Alzamora now steps up. He's another right-handed hitter. 0-0 here at the top half of the first. And this playoff varsity baseball matchup between Riverdale and Naples. Here's Clark with the delivery. Another strike one, just barely getting it in the zone by a matter of inches. Let's take a moment to talk about Clark. He is a right-handed hurler. Here's the 0-1. Count now advances to 1 ball and 1 strike as this is just low and outside. Clark coming into the game, he has a 2.10 ERA, a 5-1 win-loss record on the bump, and this is his 13th pitching appearance of the season. Here's a nice hack in the miss off of an off-speed delivery. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here at the top half of the first. 0-0 is your score. Leg kick and fire. Knocks down into the dirt. John Alzamora, yet again playing to right field here in this ball game. Here's his 2-2. Swing and a miss. Nice hot start here at the top of the first for Trent Clark with a nice curveball just getting down low and off to the sides. He gets Alzamora swinging and missing for out number 2 here at the top of the first. And as a result, here comes Matt Vetter. Back-to-back punch-outs up on the bump here for Trent Clark. 2 outs at the top of the first and no score. Strike one. Thank you for tuning in to the Riverdale Raiders Baseball Network. Nick Rush giving you the play-by-play on what is a beautiful evening for baseball. This is a chipper straight to the second baseman, Brendan McNabb. Throw to Palmquist over on first is in time. It's as simple as that. 2 strikeouts and a ground out over to second is how the top of the first goes down. Here comes the bottom of the first right after this on the Riverdale Raiders Baseball Network. Once again, it is 0-0. Welcome back to the Riverdale Raiders Baseball Network. It's the home half of the first inning where Naples and Riverdale are tied up by a 0-0 score up on the board out in left field. And as we are moments away from Riverdale swinging the sticks for the first time of the ball game, it is time to give you their batting order heading into the ball game. On deck right now for Riverdale, batting first, the right fielder number 14, Tyler Gertman. Second in the order, Colby Davis, center fielder number 17. Batting third, Daniel Kaler, shortstop number 1. Cleaning up, Matt Hardy, the left fielder number 9. Fifth in the order, Carson Palmquist, the first baseman number 10. Wearing number 7, and playing as the catcher here today is Tyler Prell, batting 6. Batting 7th, Trevor Peckham, the designated hitter number 2. 8th, it's Christian Boyles, the third baseman number 20, and Brendan McNabb rounds out the order. Number 9 man in the slot, the second baseman number 3. So here's Tyler Gertman into the left hand of the batter's box. Once again, it's 0-0 as we are underway for your home half of the first. Opening delivery to Gertman, just barely gets inside for a strike 1 up in the corners. Starting pitcher for Naples is Matt Vetter. Vetter, a right-handed hurler. Here's the 0-1. That's batted straight out to center field. Just barely roping it out there was Tyler Gertman, and that's a great way to lead off the home half of the first.
Batting next for your Raiders, center fielder number 17, Colby Davis.
Up next comes Colby Davis, and Riverdale, they want to start out this ball game hot. It can really make the world of a difference in the ball game when your team can draw first blood. We are scoreless at the home half of the first. Here's a bunt down the first base side. Nice one at that. But it results in a ground out to the pitcher Vetter. And Gertman, however, will make his way over to second in scoring territory. 1 down here at the home half of the first. It's zip to zip.
Now batting for your Raiders, shortstop number 1, Daniel Kaler.
Up next is Daniel Kaler. Well, Matt Vetter in this game. He has a 1.87 ERA. 0-2 win-loss record as a starter up on the mound. And this opening pitch will be dropped out to left field. Here comes the runner Gertman around third, and he will score without a throw. Early on here at the home half of the first, Riverdale leads 1-0 over Naples with an RBI base knock, courtesy of Daniel Kaler. Nice way to start it out. That ball had some nice airtime out to left field. And it felt like it was up there in the sky forever until it finally drops down right in front of the Naples left fielder, Dylan March, who played it off to one hop. Bobbled it around a little bit afterwards, too. Here's a pitch that nearly gets away from the Golden Eagles catcher, Tate Hansen. He's able to slide off to his right side to regain control. As Daniel Kaler remains in this place over on first. Yet again, it's now 1-0 Riverdale over Naples here at the home half of the first. No outs, or 1 out, excuse me, as here is a throw over to second. And it is not in time. Daniel Kaler gets over to second base. So far here at the bottom of the first, we had a base hit from Tyler Gertman, a 1-3 put out on Colby Davis, which is where that 1 out here has came into play at the bottom of the first. An RBI base knock from Daniel Kaler. And now here's Matt Hardy with a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Count now 3-1. Here's your Naples fielding unit from left to right in the outfield. Dylan March, Michael Stedman, and John Alzamora. On the left side to the infield at third is Corey Burning alongside the shortstop Tyler Willis. The 3-1 on the way to the plate is up and outside. So here's Matt Hardy taking a walk over the first, and here is the fifth man due up at the bottom of the first. Carson Palmquist, Raiders lead 1-0 here at the home half of the first. Now two men on board,
first baseman number 10,
along with one out.
Palmquist.
Here's Carson Palmquist up next. Palmquist takes a ball one at the feet. Marcus Perdery over on second. Andrew Wright is guarding first. Matt Vetter throwing the balls and strikes to the catcher Tate Hansen. Palmquist, here's his 1-0. That's outside for a ball two, and a double steal successfully works out for Riverdale. Now you have runners on third and second. Hardy steals second. Kaler stretches to third. Daniel Kaler, he certainly is a quick runner with that successful steal. He is now 12 for 13 on the season when it comes to stolen bases. The 2-0 almost gets to the backstop. It's now ball three to Carson Palmquist. One more on the outside will result in the bases being loaded. It's Raiders 1, Naples Golden Eagles nothing here at the bottom of the first. Palmquist with a 3-ball no-strike pitch, and that just meets the outer end. Bases juiced for the Riverdale Raiders as they hope to extend their 1-0 lead. Here's Tyler Prell.
Number 7, Tyler Prell.
And here at the bottom of the first, Matt Vetter is facing more pressure than ever as he has given up back-to-back base on balls. Tyler Prell, the catcher, opening delivery to him. That's a bouncer on the infield. One runner comes home. Throw to first is in time, and Prell is retired for the second out. That's a ground out to the pitcher, Vetter, but a runner does come home, and that will be Daniel Kaler from third. It is now a 2-0 Riverdale lead here at the home half of inning number 1.
Number 2, Trevor Peckham.
So Tyler Prell doesn't get on board there, but he does something just as better. He drives the run home from third to extend the Raider lead, and this gets to the backstop, and now Hardy, he's tripping around over at third. He stays over at the bag.
That come back off the backstop hard and didn't die.
Oh yes, that was a very hard fastball coming outside there for Vetter. Goes over the head of the catcher, Tate Hansen,
Come right back to him.
to the backstop, and yes, it came right back to him off of one bounce.
Otherwise, I think Hardy would have scored.
That's what held Hardy over there on bag number 3. This is fisted down the left field line. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here to Trevor Peckham. 2-0 Raiders lead at the bottom of the first. You are listening to FHSAA District quarterfinal baseball between Riverdale and Naples from Pringle Field at Riverdale High School. Very nice crowd on hand to take in this ball game. Plenty of Riverdale and Naples fans packed in here to check out this one. You can expect some high energy all throughout the course of these 7 innings of regulation. Here's a pitch that gets over the head of Peckham. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. Runners on second and third for the Raiders. Peckham takes up 3 balls and 1 strike. Carson Palmquist over there on second base, standing tall. He is also another quick runner, but he does have a man over on third. That's Matt Hardy as a base runner. Bags now choose for the second time of the half inning for the Raiders. Peckham is able to pick up the walk, and that sends up Christian Boyles. Raiders up by 2 here at the bottom of the first. Matt Vetter has now given up 3 walks here in this single half inning.
Need a seeing eyeball right here.
So Boyles digs in. He's a righty, and this is chopped right side of the infield to the second baseman, and he is called out with a 4-3 putout. Raiders strand the bags full, but they do score a pair of runs to send us to the top of the second with a 2-0 Riverdale lead over Naples.
You can stay connected to interscholastic competition by becoming an
The 4, 5, and 6 men are due up here at the top of the second inning. It is a 2-0 Riverdale lead over the Golden Eagles of Naples High School. Fan and a miss here from the leadoff batter, Andrew Wright. Hoping to continue his hot start up on the bump for Riverdale is Trent Clark, the starting pitcher, who had a nice quick 3-up, 3-down inning at the top half of the first. Count now 1-1. He was able to put strikeouts on Dylan March and John Alzamora back in the first, along with a ground out to second to Matt Vetter, who is the starting pitcher for Naples here in this ball game. Count 1-2, as this is just chipped down the first base side. That's a dead ball. Meanwhile, Riverdale at the home half of the first, they were able to send up 8 men to the plate. They scored home 2, which is where they head into this top half of the second. Riverdale 2, Naples nothing. This is a pitch that gets in between the legs of the catcher Tyler Prell for Riverdale. To the backstop it goes. Deuces is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the deal, swing and a miss. Here at the top half of the second, another great start here for Clark. That's his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. And this time he's able to make Andrew Wright his next victim. And let's see what he can do with the next batter, Michael Stedman. It is now time to tell you of the Riverdale defensive alignment. As the righty Stedman stands up, tall and slender up against the batter's box. Ball 1 at the knees. From left to right in the outfield, it's Matt Hardy, Colby Davis, and Tyler Gertman. Christian Boyles playing at third. Daniel Kaler tending to the shortstop position. The 1-0 turns into a 2-0. Brendan McNabb over on second. Carson Palmquist playing as the first baseman, and Trent Clark is throwing the balls and strikes to the Riverdale catcher, Tyler Prell. 2-0 delivery, that knocks into the clay for ball 3. 1 out here at the top of the second. It's Raiders 2, Golden Eagles nothing. Stedman faces his next one, and he will take a walk. Here's another one just a bit too far down for Clark. And that's the opening base runner of the ball game for Naples. Stedman getting on first with the walk. Trey Heiser now follows up. Fans really enjoying the opening stages of this ball game. It is now 7:19 p.m. here in Southwest Florida. We have some isolated clouds above us. Overall, it's a pretty cool evening. Windy quite a bit as well after what has been another hot Southwest Florida day, as we have went through the first day of May. As of right now, here at Pringle Field, it's 86 degrees, wind blowing at 10 miles per hour from right to left across the diamond. The 0-1, just a bit too high up. Prell with a snap throw over to first, not in time. That keeps the runner Michael Stedman over on first base, close, without a dive or a slide. Humidity is at 57% at the moment, and there is a slim 15% chance of precipitation here at Riverdale High School. The overall forecast is partly cloudy, and it is another great night for Raider baseball. It's an awesome night for a district quarterfinal playoff game as well, as this is nailed to the backstop. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out to Trey Heiser. Naples, at the moment, they are at the plate. They trail by a pair of runs. Leg kick and fire from the pitcher, Trent Clark. He'll rotate over towards first, throw over to check on the runner, Stedman. Yet again, just a bit too late. That time, Stedman had to make a dive over the first. Here's your umpiring crew for today's ball game. We have the three-man crew here today for this playoff action. Right after this, here's the 1-2. Comes inside towards the hands of Trey Heiser. That's a shallow fly ball out to left field, and it's also a can of corn for the Raider left fielder Matt Hardy. He'll glove it down, taking 4 steps to his front. And now 2 downs are here at the top of the second. Raiders up 2-0. And here's Marcus Paguri with a runner over on first. As he steps up to bat for the first time of the game, at home plate is the umpire. It's Ricky Max alongside the first baseman Larry Cutler and Matt Stanfield, who is over back behind third base. Typically for the regular season games, you have the 2-man crew when it comes to the umpires. So we get the additional man here for this quarterfinal action. Ball 1 to start off, Marcus Paguri. Fans trying to clap in rhythm right now as they try to get both of these teams into a quick pace of play. This gets into the stands down the left field line. It's a foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Paguri. Your head coaches of the ball game for Naples, it's Jimmy Nocera. For Riverdale, it's Bob Pringle in season number 24 with the Raiders. Nocera is in his debut season with Naples. This misses just high and dry for ball 2. Another throw over the first to keep Stedman close. He's able to beat out that throw from Prell, the catcher. And Jimmy Nocera, once again, this is his first season with Naples. And the Golden Eagles, they are coming off of some hard times with a 5-18 win-loss record. They really want to make up for some of their mistakes of the regular season, because at this point it's the playoffs. You want to leave all of those miscues behind, and you just want to play the best quality of baseball that your team can muster together. So let's see if they can do exactly that tonight against the Raiders. Still 2-0 Riverdale here at the top of the second, with another pop-up foul over the Riverdale dugout down the first base side. It's now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces wild for Paguri. A whole lot of 2s. We're at the top of the second. 2 outs. Riverdale up by 2, you name it. And this is jammed down first base, which keeps the count at 2-2. Trevor Peckham is over there on the first base dugout for Riverdale. He quickly retrieves that ball and brings it back to the Riverdale head coach, Bobby Pringle, as he closely watches the game, and he is furiously handling out those signals for Trent Clark, the Riverdale starting pitcher. He wants to retire the sides. He could do it right here. Bouncer to the second baseman, McNabb. Shuffles it over to Daniel Kaler, the shortstop, who tags on to bag number 2 to get the 3 outs. As we head to the home half of the second, it is still 2-0 Riverdale in the lead.
Ice cold Coca-Cola.
Brendan McNabb, the 9th man in the Riverdale batting order, leads off your home half of the second inning as the Raiders lead over the Naples Golden Eagles by a 2-0 score. Here in this FHSAA playoff matchup, it is the district quarterfinals of Class 7A District 12 between Riverdale and Naples. Here's the first pitch, ball 1 at the knees to McNabb. The 1-0. Bounces off of home plate. 2-0 is now your count. Riverdale enters this ball game wearing their home white uniforms as usual here at Pringle Field. Here's the 2-0. That's another one that does not get into the zone. Riverdale with the white uniforms, garnet red numbers on the back, garnet red Riverdale across the chest. White pants and white batting helmets. 3-1 is the count with a fastball coming right down the middle. Naples, they are sporting their blue and gold uniforms. Gold numbers on the back, gold script, Naples across the chest, gray pants, and dark blue caps, which also sport the gold N on the center for Naples, the 3-1. That's high up in the infield, getting towards the crowd, and everyone is safe down the first base side. Foul, and that's good news there for Brendan McNabb, as that ball was just barely able to run out of real estate down the first base side. Fans had to duck for cover to avoid connection with that ball. Count now full. Here's your payoff. Check swing. And it did not go through. Brendan McNabb leads off your home half of the second with a base on balls. 2-0 Raiders here at the bottom of the second. Top of the order we go with Tyler Gertman, and meanwhile there is a infield meeting on the mound here for Naples, as we have Jimmy Nocera, the Naples head coach, heading up to the mound, having a quick talk with the team. And certainly Matt Vedder is under a little bit of pressure after back in the first inning, Riverdale was able to bring up 8 batters to the plate. They scored a pair of runners.
Right fielder number 14, Tyler Gertman.
And 3 of those batters got on board with a base on balls. And here's Vedder starting off your home half of the second with a walk to Brendan McNabb. Here's a pitch just a little bit too high up. There's a ball to start off Tyler Gertman. 1 for 1 on the day with a base hit back in the first. Riverdale leads by 2 here at the bottom of the second. No outs, runner over on first. Throw to first will not beat out Brendan McNabb, and Tyler Gertman
He could just fall and touch the bat.
was just trying to signal for a bunt.
He got, what, 2, maybe 3 steps back, maybe?
Oh yeah, that's a very small leadoff for Brendan McNabb over on first. I don't think he's trying to steal it all. Here's a bunt down the first base side, foul, 1 ball, 1 strike. And of course, as always, here on the broadcast, we have to give a shout out to Mr. Revels. Always have to give him the recognition up here in the press box. Public address announcer. Along with that position, he plays the music here at Pringle Field, runs the scoreboard. Yeah, Mr. Revels certainly does a lot for us here, and of course occasionally rings in here on the play-by-play broadcast. Here's a strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tyler Gertman. And yes, and as he was just saying, over on first base, Brendan McNabb is being quite conservative, taking only about 2 steps off of the first base bag. This is rocked down the first base side, and that does not get into fair play. 1 on first, no outs here for Tyler Gertman. Really battling off these pitches from Vedder. Leg kick and fire, and that's just inches above the strike zone. Gertman stands up nice and tall with no crouch at the left hand of the batter's box. Here's the deuce from Vedder, the right-handed hurler. That's a whirlwind out to right field, and now there are 2 men on for the Raiders. Tyler Gertman gets on first, bringing this one out to right field off of the line drive, playing it off the 1 hop. Out in right field for Naples was Alzamora. So Brendan McNabb gets over the second. Gertman now on first with that base hit.
Davis!
And Gertman now has back-to-back base hits in this ball game as he is 2 for 2. Here comes Colby Davis. He grounded out to the pitcher back in the first inning of work. He signals for the bunt, holds back at the last second, and that goes his way as the count begins 1-0. Riverdale up by 2 here at the bottom of the second. No outs, men on second and first for Riverdale. It's a pop-up right in front of the Riverdale dugout. It will stay in play, and it is caught. Showing some nice athleticism there is the Naples catcher, Tate Hansen, for the first out at the bottom of the second. Riverdale still up by 2. Both runners stay at their positions on second and first.
Your next Raider batter, shortstop, number 1, Daniel Kaler.
So down goes Colby Davis there with the F2 in the scorebooks, and up comes Daniel Kaler from the on-deck circle from the first base side in front of the Riverdale dugout. Ball 1. As this tumbles into the clay for Kaler. The 1-0 really gets underneath that one, but sends it out of the complex down the right field line. And nobody sees that one. It gets out of here, but it's not a home run. Here's your 1-1. This gets through the left side of the infield, and this is risky. To throw home is not going to come in time. Riverdale now makes it 3-0 as Brendan McNabb comes home to score. And yet again, it is 3-0 here at the bottom of the second. Daniel Kaler is able to get the RBI base knock.
Left fielder, number 9, Matt Hardy.
And Daniel Kaler, what a productive evening it's been for him thus far. He had an RBI base hit back in the first. Here he is with yet another one of those hopeful moments here at the bottom of inning number 2. Raiders up by 3. Here's Matt Hardy at the dish. Starts off with a ball. Thus far here in the early stages of the ball game, it seems as if Vedder is mainly focusing a bit down low, trying to get these Riverdale batters to swing. However, he does occasionally switch things up to keep the Raiders guessing at the plate. 2 balls and no strikes. Vedder takes a moment off of the mound, kicks his legs up. Looks like he's stretching out a little bit up there. He's back up on the mound. He toes the rubber. Vedder sets up, sends it home. Gets in very close there to Hardy, and it's registered as a ball 3. In addition to the large crowd in the box seats here tonight on both first and third, on the sides of the field, well, here's a strike 1 right down the middle to Hardy. He ignores that one. We also have some fans out in the cheap seats just over the center field wall. I'd say we have roughly 10 out there as of right now. Here's another base on balls. Bases are juiced yet again. This is the 3rd time of the night thus far where the Raiders have been in this situation, and they have only 1 out with Carson Palmquist at the dish.
Palmquist.
So Riverdale with a great opportunity to extend their 3-0 lead here at the bottom of the second. Palmquist, a lefty. Opening delivery to him of this at-bat, strike 1. He just watches it hit the inside corner, down low. Palmquist, he had a walk back in his first inning of play. He is the 6th batter here at the home half of the second inning. This is just barely threaded down first. That ball doesn't get anywhere. It's foul. 0-2 to Palmquist. And right after Palmquist made that connection there, all 3 runners started to take off. hoping to advance. They move back to their places on first, second, and third. Palmquist now calls time. Hits the bat up against his shoes. And back into the right hand of the batter's box he goes. The 0-2 delivery misses. And leaping up out of the crouching position there was Hansen to keep that one from heading to the backstop. Riverdale 3, Naples nothing here at the bottom of inning number 2. Palmquist with a great advantage here to really make things out of control, if you will. This is a pop-up out to shallow right field. Runner starts to take off, but then he holds back at the last second. That's Tyler Gertman over there on third. Taking about 4 steps off to his right, but then retrieving back to the bag. Two down here at the home half of the second.
Catcher, number 7, Tyler Prell.
So that's a fly out to the center fielder there for Palmquist. Meanwhile, here is Tyler Prell. And Riverdale, they need to keep up the intensity because that's what the playoffs are all about. It's very cutthroat, and there are going to be times where you have to be aggressive, but that should be your game theory here. In the playoffs, you have to be aggressive through all 7 innings. If a game brings you to the extras, your style of play should be no different. Prell waves a bit too early at this one for a strike. Vetter looking pressure straight into the eyes, and this is a chipper. Second baseman throw to first is in time. That will be a 4-1 put out, as running straight over the first and tapping the bag was Matt Vetter for the third out. Riverdale strands the bases loaded, but they put another run on the board, and they are up over Naples 3-0 here in the FHSAA District Quarterfinal Playoffs. Naples third baseman number 9, Corey Burning, will start off the top of the third as Riverdale leads over Naples by a 3-0 score here in the quarterfinal round of the FHSAA 7A District 12 playoffs. First pitch here, the third inning, is a ball coming off the right hand of Trent Clark, just over the shoulder of Corey Burning. The right-handed hitter, the 1-0, that is smacked out to left field. That's going to the wall. Is it gone? Yes, it is. Lead-off home run from Corey Burning opens up the scoring for Naples. It is now 3-1 Raiders here at the top of the third. Burning absolutely cranked it. A fastball right down the middle of the strike plate. And trying to leap over the left field wall in hopes of making a catch was Matt Hardy, but that was way over his head. He had no chance. So the Riverdale lead is now cut to 2 runs here as we are just underway for the top of the third. It's Raiders 3, Golden Eagles 1.
Next batter for Naples, catcher number 37, Tate Hansen.
And Riverdale, they are lucky that it was just a 1-run homer. Because right now, Riverdale, they're starting off hot with the bat, scoring 3 unanswered runs, but here comes Naples all of a sudden with that homer from Corey Burning. Here's a quick ball 1 tossed in to Tate Hansen. He fouls off the follow-up pitch down the first base side, 1-1. And once again, it's all about that aggressive style of play. Just because something like that comes into the ball game, it doesn't mean your team needs to get discouraged or let things down. Riverdale, they need to keep that close, aggressive play. It's as simple as that. And here's a 1-bagger out the left field. Played off the 1 hop by Hardy out and left. There's Tate Hansen getting over onto first off of his opening at-bat of the ball game.
Next batter for Naples, left fielder number 15, Dylan March.
Dylan March now up. Riverdale 3, Naples 1 here at the top half of the third. We thank you all for tuning into the Riverdale Raiders Baseball Network. Nick Rush giving you the play-by-play action alongside public address announcer, scorekeeper, and DJ at Pringle Field, Mr. Revels. Joining us here on the play-by-play audio, so here's your 0-1 coming in to Dylan March. Dylan March 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout looking back at the top half of the first. Time called here by the home plate umpire, Ricky Maddox, excuse me. And Dylan March, he was just able to call time before the pitch was released off the hands of Clark, and that's another base hit out the shallow center field. And now Naples has something cooking. Oh, wait just a moment. This is going in front of the Riverdale dugout down left. And now 2 men are on for Naples. 1 on second, 1 on first. No outs at the top of the third. Riverdale leads by a pair of runs. Tate Hansen over on second as a base runner. March on first. And John Alzamora hopes to keep the fiesta going for Naples as they're down by a pair yet again here at the top of the third. Thus far, it's been an electric start to the inning here for the Golden Eagles. Started off with a leadoff home run. A solo shot out the left field, courtesy of Corey Burning. Tate Hansen kept things rolling with a base hit. And Dylan March is able to come up with a one-bagger of his own just out to center field moments ago. Pitch knocks into the dirt, throw to second, close but not in time as Tate Hansen is just barely able to beat out that snap throw from the Riverdale catcher, Tyler Prell. These two teams, they have really endured some hard times coming off of the regular season of 2017. They entered the playoffs on a brand new slate, just hoping to advance one game at a time. For those that do not know, this is sudden death baseball. Loser of this game will go home. Winner will advance to the semifinal round of the Class 7A District 12 playoffs here in the FHSAA. 1-1 the count is currently reading to Alzamora. Well, Naples and their last game on Friday night. By the way, both of these teams played last Friday evening to round out their regular season slate. The 1-1 from Clark results in a strike 2. He was trying to get down a bunt there, Alzamora, but it bounces down foul off to the left hand of the batter's box. Naples had a 2-4 loss to finish the season at the Port Charlotte Pirates last Friday night. That advances Naples' current losing streak to 11 games. The 1-ball, 2-strike delivery will be delayed as turning over towards second is Trent Clark. He bluffs a throw. Alzamora at the plate looking at a 1-ball, 2-strike count. No outs at the top of the third with runners on second and first for Naples. It's 3-1 Raiders. Here's an infield bouncer retrieving it off of 2 hops is Clark as he backtracked there. Overhand throw over the first is in time to the Riverdale first baseman, Carson Palmquist, with the first out of the inning. So Alzamora goes down. Up next in the order, it's Matt Vetter. Riverdale, in their previous game, they suffered a 2-7 defeat while visiting the Ida Baker Bulldogs on Friday evening. Riverdale has entered this playoff matchup on a 3-game losing streak, and they have fell short in 8 of their previous 10 games played. So both teams just trying to leave those games behind. It's the playoffs. It's a fresh new part of this baseball season. As Prell digs this pitch out of the dirt, ball 1 to Vetter. But both teams need to really fight hard here in this game because they know that this could be their last. And that's especially serious for the seniors out here who could be potentially playing their final game in a high school baseball uniform. 2-0 now to Vetter with a check swing. He did not go through from the left hand of the batter's box. And Ricky Maddox, the home plate umpire,
Base on balls.
tells Vetter to walk over to first as an intentional base on balls is called here. So now Naples has the bags packed. Courtesy runner over on first for Vetter.
Now at first base, number 5, Drew Wiltsey. Next batter
It's Drew Wiltsey.
for the Golden Eagles. First baseman, number 14, Andrew Wright.
Big moment here for Trent Clark on the mound to shine. Raiders are up by 2. Naples has the tying runner over on second. Go ahead man on first. This is an infield fly. Out towards shallow right field. It is gloved down. Nice throw home to keep all 3 men on board stopped in their positions. 2 outs now at the top of the 3rd. Riverdale still up by 2 runs.
Batting next for Naples. Center fielder number
And just
23,
flying out to right field there moments ago was Andrew Wright for out number 2. And here's Michael Stedman hoping to get some runs in up on the scoreboard for Naples. Wonderful catch was made there out in right by Tyler Gertman. Made a wonderful throw to the catcher Tyler Prell. This heads to the backstop. Throw home. Is it in time? No, it is not. Naples scores their 2nd run of the ball game. Raiders now lead by a single run. It is 3-2 here at the top of the 3rd inning. Well, things got out of control fast there for Trent Clark. Threw one over the head of Tyler Prell, which gave the runner on 3rd enough time to make his way home. That was Tate Hansen making a nice slide in to beat out the tag from Trent Clark, who is guarding home plate. Came very close there as well, and for a moment I thought it would have been called out. But that home plate umpire, Maddox, had a very nice view on it, and he's able to make the right call. So it's now 1 ball, 1 strike, the updated count to Michael Stedman. Things are starting to really get huge here at Pringle Field. The pressure is increasing, and we're still in the opening stage of this ball game. Top of the 3rd. Raiders 3, Golden Eagles 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now with 2 outs. Stedman watching the previous one go by him, and it's popped up over the Riverdale dugout down the right field line. Stedman is the 7th batter to come up here at the top of the 3rd for Naples in what has been a drawn-out top of the inning. Trying to fix that right now is Clark, and this tumbles down in front of Tyler Prell. Michael Stedman looking at each and every delivery with a very close eye. Here comes the deuce on the way. The 2-2, just wide. Count now full. First base slot is open, so if there was a walk to come here to Michael Stedman, he would fit right in over there. And the bags will be loaded yet again. We'll wait for just a moment as Stedman lines it out to right field. Can't put it in the fair play. Raiders up by 1. Stedman hoping to change that at the plate right now with a tying runner over on third. Go-ahead man on second. Dylan March over on third, taking quite a nice leadoff and a hack and a miss. Finishes your top half of the third. Home half we go, where the Raiders lead over the Golden Eagles 3-2. You are listening to playoff action on the Riverdale Raiders Baseball Network. Trevor Peckham is the leadoff man here at the bottom of the third. Riverdale leads over Naples by a 3-2 score here in the Class 7A District 12 playoff semifinal or quarterfinal contest, as this is a liner out to left field to start things off for Trevor Peckham. Riverdale hoping to extend their one-run lead coming into the new half inning of action.
Christian Boyle.
As Christian Boyles now follows up. Boyles 0 for 1 on today with a ground out to the second baseman in the first. Once again, this is a quarterfinal matchup here in the district playoffs of the FHSAA. Signaling for a bunt that time around is Christian Boyles. Holds back at the last moment for a ball 1. So here in the district playoffs of the FHSAA, it consists of 3 rounds, and you have to win all 3 of them if you want to come up with the district championship. This pitch hits the backstop. Throw from the Naples catcher Hansen over the second, not in time, as Peckham gets the successful steal over the second.
He was way off to the first base side on that throw. Wow.
Yes, that throw did not come in on the bag, giving Peckham easy access to scoring territory. The 2-0 just inside for a strike 1, just barely hit the top line of the zone. The winner of this game goes to the semifinal round of the districts. Winner of the semifinals goes on to the district championship of Class 7A District 12. Pitch palms into the dirt. 3 balls, 1 strike to Christian Boyles. Leg whip and fire here from the pitcher Vetter results in a strike 2. Nice fastball right down the middle to load up the count with no outs. Here at the home half of the third, it's 3-2, Raiders in the lead. Runner over on second, the payoff low into the dirt. And Christian Boyles will take the trot over to first. 2 men now on for RHS. Following up is Brendan McNabb.
For the Raiders, second baseman number 3, Brendan McNabb.
McNabb taking a quick moment to talk things over with Raiders head coach Bobby Pringle down the first base side. That quickly subsides here with no outs.
Bobby pocket strategy.
Raiders still up by a single run here at the home half of the third. It's 3-2. Bunt down the third base side. It is a beauty. Throw to first. Is it in time? Yes, it is. Great effort there by Brendan McNabb as the throw beat him by about a step from the Naples pitcher Matt Vetter. 1 down, but both men advance into scoring territory with the pair of Raider base runners.
The next Raider batter, right fielder number 14, Tyler Gertman.
Peckham standing on third for the Raiders. Christian Boyles on second at the moment. And the interesting thing about the district playoffs is that when it comes to the championship game, whether you win or you lose, you will advance to the regional round. So you're moving on to the regionals either way. The next level of the FHSAA playoffs, winning the district championship of Class 7A District 12 would be like icing on the cake. Ball 1 to Gertman. Follow-up pitch lined out to right field. Foul. 1 ball, 1 strike to him at the moment. Raiders 3. Golden Eagles 2 at the bottom of the third. Trying to extend the lead is Gertman. Vetter releases to 1-1. It's a tapper. Right side to the infield, and it is gloved up for out number 2. Getting right underneath that with a single step forwards was Andrew Wright over on the first base bag.
Now batting center fielder number 17.
Colby Davis moves up from the front of the Raider dugout. And Riverdale, whenever they get runners in scoring territory, whenever it's third or second, it's vital for them to bring them home. Seems like whenever that happens for Riverdale, Naples really starts to tighten up on the infield specifically. Pitch fouled back towards the press box window. Strike 1 here to Colby Davis. Third at bat of the ball game, he's 0 for 2 with a ground out to the pitcher in the first and the fly out to the catcher in the second. Thank you all for tuning in to the Riverdale Raiders Baseball Network. Nick Rush giving you the play-by-play action on a beautiful Monday night. 0-1 develops into an 0-2. Nice breaking ball there from Vetter up on the bump. Starting pitcher for Naples. Here's the 0-2. Misses just a bit up above the zone. Tensions are really starting to get high. Fans are reacting with an every single pitch, whether it's a ball or a strike. They know how to keep the energy going here at Pringle Field. Deuces up on the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes here with a check swing by Davis, barely able to hold back. Daniel Kaler on deck for Riverdale with 2 outs. It's all up to Davis to keep the third running. Let's see if he can do it right here. And it almost hit him. He'll take the walk over the first, and it looks like it just did. It brushed off of his right elbow. And look at this. The sacks are packed for RHS.
Your next Raider batter, shortstop. He's number 1. Daniel Kaler!
Big time pressure here for Daniel Kaler. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Raiders lead by a single run. Just a single base hit that brings home a single runner. That'd be huge for Riverdale in terms of momentum. Low at the feet of Kaler here. Making a nice big crouch here. Trying to make the zone appear small. This is a fly out to center field. It's gloved up just like that by the Naples right fielder Al Zamora. And once again, Riverdale has the bags loaded to retire the sides. That is the 3rd time of the ball game where that has happened. RHS trying to keep the momentum flowing as they lead by only 1. It's 3-2. Here comes your 4th inning right after this break on the Riverdale Raiders Baseball Network. Trey Heiser hits the left hand of the batter's box as we enter inning number 4. Riverdale leads over Naples by a 3-2 score as we enter the 4th. First pitch to Trey Heiser, ball 1. Riverdale, they've held the lead for the entire game thus far, but they are really struggling to put runners on and bring them home afterwards. The 1-0 to Heiser. Fisted down the left field line. There's a dead ball. Riverdale, they have stranded 9 runners in just 3 innings of play. First, second, and third innings at the home half. Raiders have gotten their 3rd out with the bases loaded. Here's another one that just misses on the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Heiser. Trey Heiser 0 for 1 on the night. He flew out the left field back in the 2nd inning of play. This is tapped down left. There's another one that does not get fair. Riverdale, when it comes to the FHSAA district playoffs, they come in as the number 4 seed. And Class 7A District 12, big fan in the miss here for Trey Heiser as he goes down on strikes. One down here at the top of the 4th. Raiders lead 3-2 over Naples. Marcus Pergery will continue to top of the 4th at the plate. No man on. Riverdale is the number 4 seed out of the 8 total teams in the district. Naples is number 5. Here's a chopper over to the second baseman, Brendan McNabb. He acts timely. He does not take any footsteps. He lets the ball take 2 hops towards him and underhands it to first for the second out. Naples trails by 1 at the moment. And they are hoping to tie up this game, and what better person to do it than Corey Burning, who hit a solo homer out to left field back in the 3rd, his last at-bat of the ball game. That made him 1 for 1 on the night. Let's see what he can do here against a pitcher, Trent Clark. This time, it's a high flyer out to right field, but eventually it comes down into the glove of the Raider right fielder, Tyler Gertman, for the 3rd out. So it's a simple 3 up, 3 down there for the Raiders defense at the top half the 4th. Here comes the home half after this break from Pringle Field on the campus of Riverdale High School in Fort Myers, Florida. Coming up to swing the sticks are the Raiders here at the bottom of the 4th. RHS leads over Naples by a 3-2 score. Here at the bottom of the 4th, once again, it's Matt Hardy at the dish. Matt Vedder's still up on the mound, and his 4th inning of work, he comes in. As he was originally the starting pitcher for Naples here in this ball game. And he knows how to stay calm under pressure. Here's a pitch framed on the outside end. Quick 2 pitches come out. And it's wide of the zone for Matt Hardy. Here comes the 2-0 count from Vedder. That's swung on over to the shortstop. Throw will not come in time. Matt Hardy gets on over the first with an error over on the first baseman for Naples, Andrew Wright. It was a nice clean throw over from the shortstop.
First baseman, number 10, Carson Palmquist.
And that was Tyler Willis over there playing the shortstop, making a clean throw over the first, but seemed as if Andrew Wright didn't get his glove up on time to put it in the back of the glove. It's still 3-2 Raiders here at the home half of the 4th. Pitch high and dry for Palmquist. Ball 1. Interesting thing about Tyler Willis is that although he is fielding as the shortstop here in today's ball game, he was not listed in the batting order for the game. Check swing and a miss for strike 1 on Palmquist. And that's the reason why Naples, in their batting order, they have both a pitcher and a designated hitter in the order. Typically, you have the designated hitter taking over for the pitcher when it comes to batting. In this case, hey, Naples gets the best of both worlds. 1-1, late hack and a miss there for Palmquist. 1 ball, 2 strikes. RHS leads 3-2. Raiders have kept the lead this entire ball game, and up at the plate, they are focusing on trying to extend this lead any way that they can. And this is casted out to right field. 2-hopper there, out and right for Alzamora. And now a pair of Riverdale men are on the bases, over on second and first.
Batting next, catcher number 7, Tyler Prell.
Tyler Prell now comes up. And Mr. Revels up here in the press box always loves to make that joke. He says, I wash my hair with Prell shampoo. Man, with all the puns here in the press box, you would think it's pun night
2/3 of a punt.
here at Riverdale.
You.
And that's another nice joke we like to say, 2/3 of a pun. PU. This is to the backstop, but play is called off by Ricky Maddox. 1 ball, 1 strike to Tyler Prell at the moment. Over on second and first. Of course, with the shampoo joke, you have Purell, which is the brand of shampoo. And of course, we have Tyler Prell at the plate right now. Prell holding down the bat, trying to get a bunt down, and this pitch just gets on the outside end. It was taken up there by Prell. 2 balls and 1 strike to him. Matt Hardy standing over at second. Palmquist on first. Both are taking moderate leadoffs. Not too close, not too far, and this is banked down the left field line. Another ball that is not fair. It's Riverdale 3, Naples 2 at the moment here at the bottom of the 4th inning. Carson Palmquist over on first base. Definitely a talented player. We see him as a pitcher for Riverdale, and you could say that's really a specialty position. Here's a pitch taken up and out. Count loaded up for Tyler Prell with no outs at the bottom of the 4th. It's 3-2 RHS in the lead. And that's something that we were a little bit surprised about. That Tyler Prell was not starting this quarterfinal ball game. For the past couple of games in the regular season, he has played over on first base as the first baseman, and this pitch knocks into the clay. Tyler Prell now walks over the first, and yet again the Raiders have the bases loaded.
Tonight's game in the 2017 FHSA Class 7A Baseball Championship.
So that should send up Trevor Peckham here with no outs.
FHSA is a democratic organization with a membership of more than 800 middle.
This is the home half of the 4th. Riverdale, at least once, they have had the bases loaded up 4 consecutive innings.
And citizenship.
Keep in mind, in the past 3 innings, they have stranded 9 men on. So their goal is to break that bad habit, and let's see if Peckham can bring in a run. Riverdale up by a single run at the moment. The lefty gets in. Slight crouch. Holding the bat just slightly over his left shoulder. Opening delivery, strike 1. Another thing about Carson Palmquist is that he just has a lot of special qualities to him. He's a pitcher. He's a first baseman. He does well in the batter's box. 0-1. Just smash back here towards the press box window. Safety netting gobbles it up. No balls and 2 strikes to Peckham at the moment. Palmquist, when he's able to get on board, he also knows how to steal as well. However, that's not something you'll see him do every ball game. He is 4 for 4 when it comes to stealing. And Palmquist over on first. What a night he's had. He's 1 for 2 overall. He had a walk back in the first, a fly out to center field in the second, and a base knock here at the home half of the 4th, which is how he got over the bag number 1 moments ago. The 0-2 to Peckham. Swing and a miss. Trevor Peckham gets sent back to the Riverdale dugout on the first base side for the first out here at the bottom of the 4th. Raiders 3, Golden Eagles 2, and here is Christian Boyles hoping to get the job done.
Come on, guys, a little base knock here. Let's go.
Matt Hardy on third. Palmquist was moments ago able to get over on second base. Excuse me if moments ago I happened to say he was over on first, because right now Prell is on bag number 1 as a base runner. Strike 1. So once again, just to reassure everyone out there listening, Hardy on third, Palmquist on second, Prell on bag number 1.
Michael Connors on first.
Michael Connors on first as a runner for Tyler Prell, correction
I
there.
didn't see the sub.
No surprise there. Typically, Prell does have a courtesy runner come out there. So that's Michael Connor over on first. Once again for Riverdale. This is hacked down the first base side foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Christian Boyles. Time called here by Boyles as Riverdale leads by 1. They are hoping to extend the lead here at the bottom of the 4th. With the bags packed up. Fans starting to get noisy here. And here it comes. It's just sent to the backstop yet again. That just got off the tip of the bat there for Christian Boyles.
Staying alive.
Staying alive indeed. He had 2 strikes there and just barely gets an inch of that ball to tip it backwards, which keeps him alive at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes yet again for Christian Boyles. Here's Matt Vetter with the 1-2, and it develops into a 2-2. It was taken up there by Christian Boyles. The deuce. Another one.
Good battle.
Sent wide. Just right in front of the Naples dugout down the left field side. Every single pitch, Boyles is trying to bite off whatever he can chew at the moment, because he knows this team really wants to get this lead above a single run. It's 3-2 right now here at the bottom of the 4th. Boyles with another one coming his way, and it's down into the dirt. Sliding off to his right side there was the Naples catcher, Hansen, to avoid it from heading to the backstop. Count now full for Christian Boyles. Boy, is this a crucial pitch. If it gets inside for a strike, that's out number 2. If it's wide of the zone, that brings home a runner for Riverdale, since there are men on all bases at the moment. Boyles steps back into the left hand of the batter's box off of a brief timeout. Your payoff. Just right in front of the Riverdale benches, and it looks like that hit a player. They are crowding around somebody. It looks like everyone's okay, but it did make connection with somebody. I'm trying to see who it is. The trainer is coming over out there, but everyone seems to be laughing at the moment. We'll try to see who that is here in just a moment. It seems like everyone's okay, thankfully, because that was a screamer. Still not able to see who that was. Here's another one on the way, and it gets in front of the safety netting. That one came right in front of the first base side fan section where Riverdale fans sit in the box seats. So here we continue with Christian Boyles at the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here at the bottom of the 4th. That's 3-2. Riverdale over Naples in this quarterfinal district playoff game. Here it comes from Vetter. That's a shallow one that gets out to play yet again down the right field line.
That was ball 4.
And yes, that was just over the zone.
High and tight. That was ball 4.
And Boyles saw some confidence in it that would have sent him over the first and would have brought a man home from third, but that's not the case. Here comes another 3-2. And it's inside. Watching there was Boyles. And he represents out number 2 here at the bottom of the 4th. Brendan McNabb. He may be the last hope here for Riverdale at the bottom of the 4th, as the team is still up 3-2. Back-to-back punch-outs now for Matt Vetter on the bump. for Naples with a swinging strikeout on both Trevor Peckham and Christian Boyles. Brendan McNabb with a strike one. He had a walk in the second, ground out to the pitcher in the third. If there's a time for McNabb to shine here in this ball game, here's his chance. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. He was late that time around. Naples fans really starting to make some noise at the moment as they encourage this team to get that third out. Riverdale, they're trying to do whatever they can to avoid being stranded with the bases loaded yet again for a fourth consecutive inning. That would be the situation here if McNabb cannot convert. Calls time outside to the right hand of the box, gets right back in immediately. It looks like he just needed a quick moment to himself. And here it comes. Just misses next to his helmet there. 1-2. Raiders up 3-2 here at the bottom of the fourth. Riverdale, it seems as if they have no problem getting the men on. It's just scoring them as a whole different story. Now here's ball two, another one that comes very close to McNabb's head. Throwing a lot of off speeds at the moment is Matt Vetter. Really trying to flash that curveball, but not all of the times is it clicking properly. You have to make a very sharp flick of the wrist if you're trying to throw one of those. So here we go. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to pitch to McNabb. Oh, almost hit him there, just inches off. Count now loaded. Bases loaded for the Raiders as well. You could say the pressure is loaded all around Pringle Field at the moment. This is something else, folks.
Payoff pitch.
Here's the payoff. Comes right back towards the window, foul. Then thank goodness for that safety netting right in front of the press box as we are high atop the action here at Pringle Field. Brendan McNabb, he's been at the plate for what feels like ages. He's battling hard at the moment.
He and Christian Boyles both.
And here's another 3-2. It's outside. So that brings a man home. It puts the Raiders' lead back up to 2 runs. It's 4-2 as Matt Hardy, after standing on third for a very lengthy amount of time, he comes in to score off of the walk-on McNabb, which keeps his home half of the fourth going. Once again, it's 4-2. So maybe that could really break the silence here for the Raiders, as here comes Tyler Gertman.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Brendan McNabb, his patience really showed there, and it came up big.
Base hit scores 2.
This is on the outside corner for Gertman. Gertman looking very relaxed in a situation like this. 2 outs and the bases loaded. 1 ball and 1 strike as this is nailed down to first base side. Now, I've never been a baseball player. Never played in any organized leagues, but I get nervous just watching this. Being down there on home plate, I imagine it must be a whole new level of intensity, because you know that your at-bat could really swing the decision of the ball game. This is a pitch into the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike to Gertman. And if you're a high school baseball player, I know this for sure. You live for moments like these. It's out to center field off of a bouncer. Here comes one run to score. Two come home. Throw to third is wide. Here comes a third man home. No throw comes. And three men score for the Riverdale Raiders. It's 7-2 here at the home half of the fourth inning. Unbelievable. After all the madness, Tyler Gertman stretches over to second base off of that 3-run RBI double, which puts Riverdale up by 5.
We're done, so we gotta go to...
So that is the end of the night, it looks like, for Matt Vetter on the bump. So he heads to the dugouts on the third base side for Naples. New pitcher coming up on the mound here in just moments for the Golden Eagles at Naples High School. Riverdale leads 7-2. 2 outs here at the home half of the fourth. We'll continue right after this on the Riverdale Raiders Baseball Network. Colby Davis steps up to the dish here with 2 outs at the home half of the fourth inning. Riverdale leads 7-2 now over the Naples Golden Eagles as a pitch is low and away. Ball 1 to the new batter, Colby Davis. Once again, 2 outs as a new pitcher comes up for Naples. Hack and a miss here, 1-1. And that man at the mound right now for Naples, number 9, Corey Burning. Stepping in for the original starter for Naples, number 22, Matt Vetter, who was just pulled out with a pair of outs here at the home half of the fourth. Riverdale was just able to clear the loaded bases with a 3-run double by Tyler Gertman, who now stands in over at second. Count now 2-1. A follow-up pitch just on the outside, down low. 3 balls, 1 strike here for Colby Davis as Riverdale takes their largest lead of the ball game. They're up by 5. The 3-1. Just foul tips it into the catcher's glove. And the count is 3-2. Warm-up action going on in the Riverdale bullpen down the right field line. It's number 23, as this is a walk over to first base. That will keep the home half of the fourth inning going as Riverdale is up 7-2 over Naples. And here's Daniel Kaler up next, the 9th batter here at the home half of the fourth. Looks like that's Jeremiah Dunnick out there down the right field line throwing the warm-ups. And now there's a meeting up on the mound here, as coming out from behind home plate is the Naples catcher Tate Hansen to have a word with Burning. Crowd is fallen a bit silent right now after the intensity is cleared out in a way, although this game has been exactly that. Nerve-wracking would be the best term in my book. Daniel Kaler takes this down at the knees, ball 1. 7-2 Raiders, 2 outs here at the home half of the fourth. They have scored 4 runs.
Now he's throwing a curve.
Here at the bottom of the fourth inning, curveball inside right down the middle for strike 1. Here's the setup. It's just batted over to the second baseman. It's a 4-3 putout to eliminate Daniel Kaler, and it gets the 3 outs down to end your fourth inning. 4 is also the number of runs that Riverdale put on the board here in this half inning. Here's inning number 5 after this break on the Riverdale Raiders Baseball Network. It's 7-2. Riverdale enhances their lead. Tate Hansen is the opening batter for Naples as we are now at the top half of the 5th inning. It's Riverdale 7, Naples 2. As here's a leg kick and fire from Trent Clark, the Riverdale pitcher. It's one pitch, one out here to start the 5th inning. That's a ground out over to the third baseman for out number 1 on Tate Hansen. That's Christian Boyles making the nice fielding play from third. Made 2 steps up on that grounder and a clean throw over the first overhand to just finish off the play and develop the out on Hansen. Hansen now falls to 1 for 2 on today. He had a base hit back in the third, and he goes down there with the 5-3 in the scorebooks. Top of the order, here we are with Dylan March. Strike 1 goes out to him. Raiders up by 5 here at the top of inning number 5. And this pitch plummets to the backstop. Count tied up at 1 apiece. Clark staying calm on the mound, taking his time in between deliveries. There's a fastball that's registered as a strike 2. These two teams are no stranger to playoff appearances. We'll talk about their previous playoff appearances in just moments. Count now 2-2 with 1 into the dirt off the right hand of the Raider pitcher Trent Clark. Naples last season, they went all the way to the Class 7A regional semifinals where they were shut out 0-6 by the Venice Indians. The deuce is a swing and a miss. There's out number 2, put down on Dylan March.
Batting next, right fielder.
Al Zamora is the next man up on the order. Riverdale, their last game in the playoffs was April 18th, 2016. They were also shut out on the road. Strike 1 here by Clark. Still looking very confident. That was a 0-4 shutout loss at the Palmetto Ridge Bears in the Class 7A District 12 quarterfinals. Once again, this is the Class 7A District 12 quarterfinals that you are listening to right now. And the 2017 FHSAA baseball playoffs. 1-1 count. You can now make it a 2-1 situation for Al Zamora. 0 for 2 on tonight. Swinging K back in the first. Ground out to the pitcher and the third. Count is now deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And here's yet another one from Clark. Swing and a connection there just right off the tip of the bat. And it's a ball that does not get fair. Trent Clark hoping to finish off his 5th inning of pitching work on the mound strong. And once again, Al Zamora just gets the tip of another pitch, just stroking it to the backstop. Jeremiah Dunnick still out in right field, the Raiders bullpen, as he is throwing his warm-ups. So he very well may be coming in to the ball game in the near future. Have Trent Clark loses some of the heat that he has right now, but at the moment he just is getting stronger, it seems like, from up here in the press box. He is not slowing down progress. Raiders lead 7-2 here at the top of the 5th. This is roped straight to Christian Boyles, and he can't even get the throw off the right hand. That's an error on Boyles over on third, which keeps the top of the 5th alive. Al Zamora gets to ride over the first.
Now batting for Naples, number 22, Matt.
That is the first error of the night when it comes to this Riverdale fielding unit, and Matt Vetter digs in. Naples trailing by 5, so they'll take anything that they can get at this moment.
Chop on that ball, it's going to be hard to play.
Ooh, this one almost came into connection of Vetter. As they approach the left side of his helmet, he dodges out of the way, 1-0. 2 outs here at the top of the 5th. Raiders up 7-2. Runner on first for Naples is John Alzamora yet again. Rip over the first, and Palmquist on the bag. Can't even apply the tag on Alzamora. He's back in time. Honestly, I didn't see too much of a need there to throw over on first. Alzamora was about 2 steps off the first base bag. Not showing too much intention to steal, especially with 2 outs here in this inning. Count now 2-0 with 1 into the clay. Make it 3-0, another one low and away. So Trent Clark's starting to slow down a little bit right now. As looking straight into the eyes of a 4-pitch walk is Vetter. Let's see if he can get it here. No, he does not just yet. Strike 1 right down the middle. Clark, he's another one of those pitchers that knows how to keep the batter guessing. Fastball, curveball, he knows how to rotate them pretty well. So Vetter doesn't know what to expect next. It's a fastball, and he clocks it out to left center field towards the winning track, and it gets down. It is bobbled out and left. Runner chugging around third. He holds back. Throw to second is in time. Unbelievable. It was bobbled out in left field by Matt Hardy right off the tip of the glove. So he cuts it off over to Daniel Kaler, the shortstop, and he's able to nail Matt Vetter, who was trying to extend that single into a double. It doesn't work. So, bottom of the 5th is up on the way. It's Riverdale 7, Naples 2. Here's the bottom of the 5th coming up once again.
On the site, you keep up with teams.
Matt Hardy will lead off your home half of the 5th for the Raiders as Riverdale leads over the Naples Golden Eagles by a 7-2 score here at the home half of the 5th. There's a ball 1 to Hardy. Riverdale trying to keep the hot momentum into this new half innings. Back in the home half of the 4th, they were able to bring 4 men home to make it a 7-2 lead in their favor. Ball 2 down at the feet of Hardy. So 9 men came up for Riverdale in that half inning. Let's see what they have left in them. Even though they're up by 5, it's a playoff matchup. And you cannot keep the intensity down until this game is officially over. This is popped up out to right field, dead ball. And once again, folks, you are listening to the Class 7A District 12 quarterfinal round of the FHSAA playoffs. 3 balls, 1 strike is now the count as Hardy gets very close to this fastball. Hardy's 3-1 is a bouncer down the third base side, and it is not fair.
No, it is not fair. Oh, wait, sorry. Not fair. You're right, it's not fair. It's foul. It's not fair.
You have to appreciate Mr. Revels up here in the press box, continuing to crack the jokes here throughout this ball game. As I said, that pitch was not fair. In case you didn't hear him in the background, he said, "You're right, it's not fair." Oh my gosh.
Heading next, first baseman, number 10, Carson.
We really need to work on the puns up here. So Hardy walks over to first. Here's Carson Palmquist. Now up at the dish. Riverdale leads 7-2 at the moment over Naples. Ball 1 to Palmquist off to the opposite end of where he's standing in the right hand of the batter's box. So here's Corey Burning. in his second inning of work up on the mound. He originally came in as a reliever for Matt Vetter back at the home half of the fourth inning, where Riverdale scored 4 runs to make their lead go up by 5. It's 7-2 once again here at the bottom of the 5th. You are listening to the Riverdale Raiders Baseball Network from Pringle Field at Riverdale High School here in Fort Myers, Florida. Count now 2-1 with yet another one just a bit off to the sides. Nick Rush giving you the play-by-play alongside Mr. Revels up here in the press box. The voice you hear in the background here over the PA system, that is him calling out the names for the fans in attendance. And you could even say it's for the fans listening on the broadcast, but
Hi,
of course,
how are you?
I am also here, so of course you have to really balance things out here on the Riverdale Raiders Baseball Network. A little bit of a break in the action here as stepping off the mound was Burning. Regains control of himself. Palmquist. Ooh, just bangs it backwards here towards the press box.
Foul ball.
What would we do without this safety netting? Without it, we'd have some shattered windows here in front of us at the press box. As we're just, I would say, about 30 feet roughly above home plate. So a short liner, if not for this safety netting in front of us, that ball would be soaring either in front of this window in front of me or in front of the
I have my butterfly net.
in front of the open window where Mr. Revels is sitting. This is a very small press box. It only fits about 2 people just for
We
it.
got a good day after small. Anyway.
Yeah, 3 on a good day. We've had 3 people up here before. 2-2 is on the left field line out of the playing field.
Balls. Need some balls.
We've had so many foul balls just throughout the course of this game. Yeah, these teams need to make sure they have enough.
Everyone that goes out of play, $4.50.
$4.50 for each ball? That's something else. I never knew that. Hey, the more you know.
The more you know, yep.
Here's another foul tip for Carson Palmquist.
$54 better. Oh!
Right now we have...
Close. That was very close.
Who is that over there? That's Tyler Prell on deck. And he was retrieving some balls and throwing them into play to the home plate umpire, Ricky Maddox. One came awfully close to Palmquist. Here's the 2-2, and that is rocked over the left field line. He is battling foul after foul at the moment. Riverdale up 7-2 here at the home half of the 5th. Here's the deuce. Just high up, count now full. No outs here in this half inning. Riverdale with a man over on first. That's Matt Hardy, who just moments ago was able to get on with a walk.
Just let me go.
Now, Mr. Revels, of course, he is a former softball coach. To the backstop, this is tipped. Palmquist just keeps swinging, so up here, he is providing some softball chants that his team has cheered. Of course, he coached at South Fort Myers High School way back when. And here at Riverdale as well, so he has the experience, that's for sure. That's what I've noticed. They do a lot of those chants in softball games. Payoff. Oh, that also got the tip of Palmquist's bat, or it did it? Yes, it did. He started to walk away from the plate, so I just had to really get the assurance there. What an at-bat here for Carson Palmquist. He has the loaded count. No outs here at the home half of the 5th.
53 pitch.
Runner on first, and it's 7-2 Raiders on the scoreboard and the run column.
Come on, buddy. Hang one up there for him. Hang one for him. Come on.
Right now, Corey Burning is wasting a lot of energy. Well, wasting not necessarily, but here's a pitch high and dry, and Carson Palmquist, his effort and his patience really shows up for the better there. He is now on first with that ball 4. Back-to-back walks thrown here by Burning.
We got a pinch hitter.
Pinch hitter coming in for Tyler Prell.
Pinch hitter now batting for the Raiders, number 15, Connor Sekula.
And it's Connor Sekula. Very interesting. Tyler Prell just moments ago was on deck, spending a lot of time warming up with his practice swings, and right off the bench, literally, it's Connor Sekula. Yeah, Coach Pringle probably just said, hey, get out there. Let's get something going. And he's going for the bunt. He puts it down the left field line. The pitcher Burning. Throw goes wide. And here comes a man home. It's Matt Hardy who scores. Here comes Palmquist. No throw. 2-run score. And it is now 9-2 Riverdale here at the bottom of the 5th inning. Connor Sekula gets over to second off of that madness.
Now batting pinch hitter number 21.
It is an error going against Connor Sekula. So that's an E1 in the scorebooks that sent home 2 runs. Here's Mason Bober now coming up. Bober connects off of the first pitch and he drives it out to right field, foul. Mason Bober, he is a freshman. Whenever a freshman plays in a varsity game or is on the varsity roster, I believe that it is very impressive. Most freshmen typically play on the JV teams, if a program has one, that is. This goes right over to the fan section down the first base side where Riverdale supporters are tending to, and heads up down there. Everyone is okay, thankfully. That came awfully close to the box seats. Mason Bober in his first at-bat of the ball game, getting some nice varsity playoff experience right here. 0-2, just high. 9-2 Raiders here at the bottom of the 5th. It's another lengthy home half of the inning. Jeremiah Dunnick is still out there in the Raider bullpen. He's been out there for quite some time. Swing and a miss will put down Bober. And that's out number 1. Raiders still lead by 7, however, and Christian Boyles will hope to add on to it. As here's Connor Sekula on second. Ooh, he almost got hit by that delivery. Boyle spins out of the way. So thus far, a pair of runs are scored here at the bottom of the 5th to make it 9-2 Raiders. Those 2 men to score were Matt Hardy and Carson Palmquist. And a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike is the count to Christian Boyles. It was Connor Sekula at the plate. Dropped the bunt down the third base side. The pitcher Corey Burning retrieved it through the first, and it was a crazy pitch that went down the first base side. So the base runners at the time, Hardy and Palmquist, they scored easily without a throw. Sekula got over on second. And then right after that, you had Mason Bober swinging and striking out. That's where we're at right now with 1 out at the bottom of the 5th. Raiders up by 7 yet again. This is nailed just right on top of the Riverdale dugout off to our right here in the broadcast position. Christian Boyles looking for his first RBI of the evening, as well as his first hit. 2 balls and 2 strikes at the moment to Boyles. He had a ground out to second base in the first, a walk in the third, swinging strikeout to go along with that in the fourth. That makes him 0 for 2 on the evening. And this knocks into the dirt. Full count yet again. This is a situation that we have seen all evening long. Whether the count is full or the bases are full. What a matchup this has been. Riverdale trying to break double digits here at the home half of the fifth. And there's a walk for Christian Boyles. It's the third walk here at the home half of the fifth inning, tossed by Burning. Current pitcher on the mound for Naples. He's also the second one of the ball game thus far. And McNabb hoping to add to the damage with a pair of men on. 9-2, Riverdale leads over Naples. McNabb with a ball one. It's been a long time ever since Riverdale previously hosted a playoff contest here at RHS, and back during that time, on April 21st, 2015, it was a high-scoring affair where one team really dominated over the other. Strike one. Count now 1-1. One out, bottom of the fifth. Runners on second and first for Riverdale. They're up by 7 runs. It's 9-2. They hosted the Fort Myers Green Wave Riverdale during this date in 2015. Strike two, nice fastball on the inside corner. Riverdale entered the bottom of the 7th inning in that game with a 7-run deficit and then rallied to score 6 in that half inning before Fort Myers was able to get the 3 outs to advance to the district semifinals. This is fisted down left. Foul, 1-2, remains the count to Brendan McNabb. RHS fell short by an 11-12 final score in that game. I do remember that matchup quite vividly. Hard to believe that it was over 2 years ago. And the 1-2 got him. Brendan McNabb represents out number 2 as he goes down looking at a nice fastball right down the middle.
Now batting right fielder number 14, Tyler Gertman.
Here's Tyler Gertman up on the way. Back to batter number 1 in the order. This is the 7th batter here at the home half of the 5th for the Raiders. Gertman. With runners on second and first, he's 3 for 4 on the night. Takes one up for ball 1. 9-2 Raider lead here at the bottom of the 5th. 2 outs, so Gertman definitely trying to be careful here in what has been a productive night for him. The highlight of his night thus far was a 3-run RBI, 2-bagger back in the 4th. Curveball gets him looking here for strike 1. It's now 9 o'clock p.m. here in Southwest Florida. First pitch came out at exactly 7, so we are now 2 hours old into this ball game. It's the district quarterfinal playoff game of Class 7A District 12 here in the Florida High School Athletic Association. This rings off a pipe of the backstop. 1-2 for McNabb, along with 2 outs. Corey Burning on the bump right now for Naples, trying to bring this game to the 6th inning, having a difficult time with these stubborn Raider bats. And he got him that time around. Gertman strikes out looking. All 3 outs here at the home half of the 5th. They were strikeouts, but Riverdale leads 9-2 after driving home 3 men, or 2, and it's now a 9-2 lead heading into inning number 6. You are listening to the Riverdale Raiders Baseball Network. Number 7, Dan Garcia, is a pinch hitter coming in for Naples as we now enter your top of the 6th. It's Riverdale 9, Naples 2, here in this district quarterfinal matchup. Here's a strike 2. New pitcher on the mound for Riverdale is number 23, Jeremiah Dunnick. Pro tried to frame that one on the inside corner. Didn't get it to go his way. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another one on the way. It's popped up back behind the press box. Foul. Dan Garcia once again at the plate. And his first at-bat of the ball game. Coming in for Andrew Wright to hit. Jeremiah Dunnick, the right-handed hurler, releases a ball 2. 9-2 Raiders here at the top of the 6th. It's the second to last inning of regulation. Certainly do not want to speak too soon here in case if Naples begins to make a comeback. The deuce, fastball right down the middle. That finishes Dan Garcia with a backwards K in the scorebooks. Nice way to start off this appearance on the night with Jeremiah Dunnick up on the mound. Michael Stedman follows up, the original man in the lineup in the number 5 spot. First pitch to Stedman is a strike 1. Stedman has a walk in the second, swinging strikeout in the third. Stedman came into this game on a very high note. More on that in just a moment. Here's the 0-1. That's bolted high out to center. It goes shallow, but it is caught by the Riverdale center fielder, Colby Davis. Raiders still up 9-2 here at the top of the 6th inning. Well, Michael Stedman entered the game with 61 at-bats on the season, 17 hits, 13 runs, 4 RBIs, which added up to a batting average of .279. And with those 17 hits, he ranked first on the Naples team in that category. He was also tied for second place on the ball club in games played with 22, which he still is. Tyler Willis is the other player on Naples that is entering his 23rd contest of the year this evening. Ball 1 in for Trey Heiser. Two and 0 now.
Come on, Jeremiah, let's go, kid. Come on, go front.
So a very quick 2 outs here to start off the top of the 6th, courtesy of the new pitcher on the mound, Jeremiah Dunnick. Very tall and slender. And a strike rings in there by the home plate umpire, Ricky Maddox. (2-1) soon makes its way into a 3-1. Right now, Trey Heiser at the plate, trying to avoid the 3 up, 3 down, as Naples is down by 7 runs at the moment. Top of the 6th. Here's Jeremiah Dunnick with a violent leg kick and fires, swing and a miss. Count now full. Jeremiah Dunnick definitely has a very enthusiastic warm-up, you could say. Wind-up, to be correct. Really kicks his left leg up high and rips it home. He does it yet again here with the payoff, and it is to the backstop. And getting a piece of it there was Heiser. Heiser flew out the left in the second, struck out swinging in the fourth. He's trying to get on board for the first time of the night, and this very well may be his final chance of the evening. Once again, you cannot speak too soon on that, because stranger things have happened here in high school playoff baseball. Payoff is a walk. Coming inches away from Heiser's right arm. Either way, he gets on the first with the walk, and here's Marcus Pergery to keep the top of the 6 alive. 9-2 Raiders here at the top of the 6. Marcus Pergery now steps up from the on-deck circle. Jeremiah Dunnick with the strike one. Here in the press box of Pringle Field, we are just right up above the concession stand. So you get the smells of the concessions. You hear the conversations of the volunteers down there. Always good to hear, as they're usually very lively and in spirit. Here's a nice ground out to the shortstop, which eliminates Marcus Perkery, a 6-3 to bring us through 5.5 innings. To the bottom of the 6th we go. It's Riverdale 9 at Naples 2. You are listening to Raider Baseball on the Riverdale Raiders Baseball Network. Colby Davis will start the sticks up for Riverdale as they get to the batter's box at the home half of the 6th inning. It's Riverdale 9 at Naples 2 here in this FHSAA Class 7A District 12 quarterfinal matchup. Swing and a miss to Davis for strike one. Next one on the way, just off to the edges. Ball. Just wanted to throw this out there. A little bit of a random thought, not baseball related. This is down the third base side. Foul. Count now 1-2 to Colby Davis here at the home half of the 6th inning. It's 9-2 Raiders. Today is May 1st, which is National School Principals Day. A little bit of a fun fact there. So, of course, we would love to give a shout out to Scott Cook, principal of Riverdale High School, and his first year. Always does a great job as the 1-2. Oh, almost hit him, and it did. At first, I didn't see the ball make connection to the left shoulder, but it certainly did.
Twice he's been hit by pitch.
For
I'm going to take a little time here.
a stoppage, and it looks like that runner is shaken up over there. That's Colby Davis, to be exact, and that's the second time of the night he's been hit by a pitch.
Your next Raider batter,
He's shaken up a
number
bit,
one.
and now we have a courtesy runner coming in here, and that's Michael Connor coming in over on first for Riverdale.
Now running at first base, number 4, Michael Connor.
Daniel Kaler now at the plate with Michael Connor on first. First pitch, ball one to Daniel Kaler here at the bottom of the 6th. Naples trailing by 7 runs to Riverdale at the moment. And this is straight up to Corey Burning with the catch. Throw to first. Beautiful double play to clear the bases for Riverdale. 2 outs. Off of one swing of the bat there. Kaler frustrated as he storms back to the Riverdale dugout down first base. That sends up Matt Hardy with 2 down.
Matt Hardy!
Just a nice string there off the thin end of the bat of Daniel Kaler straight to the back of the glove of Corey Burning, the pitcher. Toss over the first. It's as simple as that. A 1-3 double play. So now Matt Hardy trying to keep the 6th inning alive here. One and one to Matt Hardy at the moment. Now, of course, May 1st, National School Principals Day. May 8th through 12th is National Teacher Appreciation Week. You know what the teachers have been talking about this week? That very special week, of course. Here's a high flyer, right side of the infield, and getting to it for Naples was the second baseman Marcus Pergery to retire the sides. So even through 6 innings of play, your score is still 9-2. Riverdale over Naples. 3 outs are away for Riverdale as they hope to advance into the district semifinals. Let's see if they can do it right after this with the close. You are listening to the Riverdale Raiders Baseball Network. Corey Burning is the batter here at the top of the 7th. Riverdale is 3 outs away from a victory here in your district quarterfinal matchup. And Class 7A District 12 opening delivery to Corey Burning is batted out to play down the first base side for strike 1. So Jeremiah Dunnick back up on the mound, hoping for the 3 outs, which would lead Riverdale to the district semifinals of Class 7A District 12. This is stormed down the left field line, strike 2. Riverdale with the victory. They will travel at Gulf Coast Thursday evening. We're pretty sure, at least. Right now, they are playing East Lee, I believe. They are, yes. Gulf Coast, one of the top seeds in the district. East Lee, one of the lowest. So we can only assume that we're traveling to Gulf Coast. However, let's not be so confident. As it just, here's a swing and a miss for out number 1. Laid out on Corey Burning. And Jake Jenkins, number 33, is the pinch hitter. Coming up for Tate Hansen.
Now batting for Naples, pinch hitter number 33, Jake Jenkins.
Number 33, Jake Jenkins. Up at the plate with 1 out. 9-2 Riverdale lead as they hope to advance to the semifinals. So, if it goes the way we believe it will, Gulf Coast gets a win tonight. Riverdale will be on the road at Gulf Coast Thursday night. 7 p.m. start time. Quick 2 pitches come through here to Jenkins. 1 is a strike, 1 is a ball. And this is a tapper, straight up to the pitcher, Dunnick. Throw to first. In time, it's as simple as that. And now 2 men are down for Riverdale as they maintain their 5-run lead. No man on here at the top of the 7th. And we are 1 out away from a victory for the Riverdale Raiders.
Next batter for the Eagles, number 15, Dylan March.
Top of the order, here's Dylan March, hoping to keep the game alive for Naples, as well as the season of the Golden Eagles. This is Karam to the backstop foul. Strike 1. So Thursday night, that would be the district semifinals for Riverdale at Gulf Coast. Once again, that is if Gulf Coast defeats East Lee County tonight. Now, if East Lee were to pull off some sort of monster upset, then I believe Riverdale would host that game. So there's a world of possibilities. Either way, Thursday at 7 p.m. is when the semifinals will take place. Most likely, Riverdale will be heading to Gulf Coast as they are the huge favorites to win that game. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs is the situation at the moment. So Riverdale, if they go to Gulf Coast, they're taking a trip down to Naples, Collier County. Here's the 1-2. Can Dunnick do it? Not just yet. Deuces on the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Dylan March. As Riverdale leads 9-2, 1 strike away from the victory. No men on for Naples. 2-2, that is chopped over the Raider dugout, down the right field side. Any pitch can be the last here in this ball game. Some Riverdale fans starting to rise to their feet, as they are very satisfied with their team's outcome in this ball game. Not over yet, however. They still need to get that 1 last strike. Can they do it here? It's a pop-up, and here it comes. It's way up down the first base side. Calling it off is Palmquist, and he makes the catch to get the Riverdale victory at the end of this ball game. It is 9-2, your final score. Riverdale defeats the Naples Golden Eagles by a 9-2 final score. So once again, Thursday, 7 p.m. is going to be the district semifinals for Riverdale. They will play the winner of Gulf Coast and East Lee. So a lot of situations here. If Gulf Coast wins that game, then Riverdale will be playing at Gulf Coast. If East Lee pulls off the upset and wins against Gulf Coast tonight,
We'll see you next time.
then Riverdale will host East Lee. But we'll see how that game goes. We'll have to wait to hear the results of that. Once again, Gulf Coast, from the last time I checked, they were the number 1 team in the districts, Class 7A District 12. East Lee, they were out towards the bottom at number 7. East Lee is actually number 8, correction. So you have number 1 Gulf Coast going against number 8 East Lee at the moment. So, of course, the Sharks of Gulf Coast High School, they're the favorites to win that game. But once again, you never can tell. Stranger things have happened yet again here in the game of high school baseball. So we'll have to wait for the announcement of that game, but let's focus on tonight. The Riverdale Raiders advance past the Class 7A District 12 quarterfinal round with a 9-2 victory over the Naples Golden Eagles. And folks, it is possible that this may be the last time that we are on the broadcast here and the final time that we have a home game with the 2017 season, just very possibly. We're unsure of the future here, but if this does happen to be the last time we have a game here for 2017 at Pringle Field, we just want to say thank you for your support of Riverdale baseball throughout the season, whether you came out and attended the games here at RHS or listened regularly here on the broadcast. We thank you for your dedication to this hard-working ball club. Once again, Riverdale heading to the Class 7A District 12 semifinals. Thursday at 7 p.m. It's the winner of Gulf Coast and East Lee. If Gulf Coast wins, Riverdale plays there in Naples. If East Lee wins, Riverdale will host them. But that's all we know for now. Folks, we thank you for tuning in yet again. This is Nick Rush giving you the play-by-play action, saying I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Monday night, and stay safe, folks.